Hello, boys and girls from Mount Vernon. This is Mrs. Grannon reading Chapter 6, What to Do from Jake Drake. After dessert, I took the science fair booklet to my room. It had some ideas about choosing what to do. The rules said I had to use the scientific method, which works like this. First, you look around the world and see something interesting. That's called observation. After you look around, you ask a question about something. That part's called the question, which makes sense. Then you make a guess about the answer. When you do a science fair project, you guess. Your guess is called a hypothesis, but it's still a guess. When you plan out some trials to test and see if your guess is right or wrong, that part is called the method. Then you do your testing and you write down what you find. That's called the result. And then you have to tell if your guess was right or wrong. That's called the conclusion. But I was stuck way back at the beginning. I was having trouble with the question part, so I kept reading, and the science fair booklet said, try filling in these blanks to make a question you want to explore. What is the effect of blank on blank? And then it gave two examples. What is the effect of dishwasher soap on grass seedlings? What is the effect of total darkness on how much gerbils sleep? So I tried filling in some words of my own. What is the effect of sawdust on the taste of vanilla milkshake? What is the effect of a dead cockroach on Abby's pillow at bedtime? What is the effect of a red hot pepper on Willie's peanut butter sandwich? I liked my questions. And after you ask a question, you have to make a guess. So I gave that a try too. Sawdust would make a vanilla milkshake taste like plywood. A dead cockroach on Abby's pillow at nighttime would cause loud screaming and a lot of yelling and make me grounded with no TV or computer games for 3 weeks. And a red pepper on Willie's peanut butter sandwich would make Willie jump up from his chair, drink 6 cartons of chocolate milk, and then throw up all over the cafeteria. Pretty good guesses, but I had to stop messing around. So I lay down on my bed and I looked at the ceiling. My ceiling has all those swirls and ridges. It's like looking at the clouds. Sometimes I can see all kinds of stuff up there. But that night, I didn't see anything, just a big white blank. Deciding what to do for the science fair is hard. It's hard because what you really have to do is choose what not to do. Because you could do anything. You could do millions of different things, except you can only do one thing. So after you choose all the stuff not to do, then you look at what's left over, and that's what you do. I got up and I went over to my dresser and I opened the top drawer. It's my junk drawer. That's what Mom calls it. That's what my mom calls it because it all looks like junk to her. And then I got an idea. Maybe I could find an idea by looking at my junk. All of it. So I grabbed my notebook from my backpack. I opened it to an empty page. I found a pencil. Then I looked into my junk drawer and I started making a list. All right, I'm going to read down the column this way. It's kind of tiny print. 7 paper clips, 3 big paper clips, 9 old batteries, 1 twisty pencil sharpener, 1 orange golf ball, 1 toenail clippers, 2 wooden yo-yos, 1 plastic yo-yo with no string, 13 rubber bands, 4 Hot Wheels, 18 baseball cards, 6 of Willie's basketball cards, 3 pens, 29 colored pencils, 7 keys that I don't know what they fit, 17 crayons, 9 marbles, 1 plastic magnifying glass, 2 mini Super Bowls, half a pair of dice, 1 piece of chain from a broken lamp, 1 little lock, no key, 1 red magnet shaped like a horseshoe, and 1 broken glow-in-the-dark watch. 1 mini Frisbee, 37 pennies, 1 empty Altoids tin with 1 Canadian quarter, 1 roll of thin wire, 1 red stamp pad, 1 fingernail file, 1 plastic ruler, 1 Mickey the Mouse Pez holder, 1 pink eraser, 1 white eraser, 1 fishing bobber, 1 piece of a radio antenna, 1 cracked candy cane, 6 pen caps, 1 film container with 43 beads, 2 computer discs, 3 mini screwdrivers, 1 mini stapler, 1 broken snail shell, 1 plastic ring from a gumball machine, 3 red plastic push pins, 1 flashlight, doesn't work, 4 sharp pencils, no erasers, and 1 roll of Scotch tape. Oh, and there's more. All right, here we go. Down the column. 3 butterscotch lifesavers, 1 chain dog collar, 3 rusty bolts, 1 plastic bottle of white glue, 1 hacky sack with a hole, blue beads leaking out, 3 gray stones, 2 pieces of green glass from the beach, 1 pair of scissors with orange handles, 1 mini Etch-a-Sketch on a key ring, 1 eye off of my old toy cat Fluffy, 4 Star Wars action figures, 1 broken camera, 3 suction cups off of Garfield's paws, 1 small broken glass bottle, 1 white shoelace. 3 little seashells from Florida, 1 round mirror from Mom's makeup, 1 plastic bubble wand, 2 root beer bottle caps, 1 big nail, 4 ribbons I won at YMCA camp, 3 small nails, all rusty, 1 old toothbrush, 1 calculator, 1 little roll of white string, 1 plastic harmonica, 1 short measuring tape, 1 jingle bell off my Christmas stocking, 1 sand timer for a game, 1 cork, and 1 wire key, and 1 pair of pliers. And then I stopped. There was still more stuff, but I was tired of writing. Plus, I didn't want to use another piece of paper. Plus, I felt like I was just wasting my time. I was almost ready to go and ask my dad for help. That would be dangerous because of that KIA, DIA thing. That might be bad, but it would be better than never finding an idea at all. But as I stared at all that stuff, I remembered something. I remembered how I read in this kid's magazine about magnets, about how you can wrap wire around something made of iron. Then if you run electricity through the wire, it makes a magnet. I pushed a bunch of things out of the way until I found the big nail. It was about 4 inches long. Then I found the roll of thin wire. Starting at the head of the nail, I began winding wire around and around onto the nail. There wasn't that much wire. Still, I put out 30 turns on the nail before I ran out. Then I grabbed the toenail clippers. I peeled some of the plastic cover off one end of the wire. Then I found the other end of the wire, and I peeled some plastic off of that end too. Now I needed power. I reached into the drawer and I pulled out a big, fat flashlight battery. I pressed one end of the wire on the top and the other end on the bottom of the battery. Then I put the end of the nail near a small paper clip and nothing. Zero. Zilch. I threw the nail and the wire and the battery into the drawer and I started to shut it. Then I thought, hey, you idiot, it's probably a dead battery. Try again. I poked around the drawer until I found one of those small, boxy batteries, like the kind from a walkie-talkie. I hooked one end of the wire to each little button on the battery. I moved the nail next to the paper clip and zip! It jumped right into the nail, and so did 3 other paper clips, and so did a bottle cap, and so did the fingernail file. So then I looked at this wire and battery and nail, and I looked at the stuff dangling from the nail, and I said to myself, okay, but does this help with my science fair? This is just stupid stuff from my junk drawer. I looked at the science fair booklet. At the question part where it said, what is the effect of blank on blank? So I asked myself, what is the effect of more batteries on the power of a magnet? And then I asked myself, what is the effect of more wire on the power of the magnet? And then I thought, what makes more difference, more wire or more batteries? And the great part was, I really wanted to know the answer. You know how sometimes you can just see something in your head? Just see it like it was all right there? That's how it was. I could see this big poster telling all about my idea, and another one telling how I tested my idea and what results I got. I could see those big super magnets I made. They were all hooked up to the batteries, humming like lights at school. And my magnets were lifting up the heavy chunks of metal. I could see myself at the science fair. I could see the judges listening to me explain everything. They were smiling. I could see Kevin and Marcia. They were not smiling. And I could see me sitting in my room. I was playing Z Squadron Strike Force on my new Bluntium 12 computer. It was so simple. All I had to do was make those things happen in real life. That's all.